One moment. Okay, so now we're live. This is great. So we've got Elle and Ken with us today, which is fantastic. I see Ken, I'm seeing updates that Ken is sharing things on Facebook. So thanks, Ken, for that, as always. So today is kind of, I mentioned this the other day. Today is another class about how to get along with your coworkers. Now, it's not just getting along with them that we're going to focus on today. I've added a little twist, a little surprise today. The class is going to be based on idioms.
Oh.
Okay, so idioms are super important in English. And I can do classes about idioms all the time. And we would never finish because, you know, like Ken knows, we might talk about one in class and then a different time you hear it again and like, wait a second, I remember that. I've heard of that. I can't remember what it means. So we need that repetition of talking about all of these idioms. Now today, I'm really excited. It's actually quite a fun class, I think. Is I have like a little section, a little paragraph, some sentences with the idioms included. Okay, and so what I want to do is focus on what you think it means, if you've heard the idioms before, and then we'll talk about what they actually mean. Okay. So good. So, and the base information, yes, is getting along with your coworkers, but really we've talked about that a lot before, especially recently in the past, I think, 2 months. So like I said, today's a little twist. So I'm just going to get started. So I'm just going to share this screen. That's my cat. He's climbing. He's a little monkey. I don't know if he wants to participate today, but okay. So I changed the topic a little bit. The title, I should say, of today's class: Work Life, Terrible Coworkers. It's just kind of, you know, because it happens. We all have good coworkers, bad coworkers. And then, I mean, we all have our own personality as well. And so just because I think something's right or correct doesn't mean someone else agrees. Okay, so it really is your personal preference or opinion about what people do and if it's right or wrong, or if you would have done it a different way. We're all just people. Okay, so all right, so we're going to start with the first paragraph here. Elle, as you're here today, we'll have you read the first little part. It's not a lot. It's not very big, but that's okay.
Okay. Having to put up with co-workers that make your lives miserable. Join me to find out how you can make your lives easier at work.
Okay, so put up. This is technically a phrasal verb, but I thought it was a really good phrasal verb to use. That's why it's in quotations. All of the phrases that we'll see today, the idioms, etc., are in quotations. Now, I probably shouldn't have done that because technically, due to grammar, that's not necessarily correct. But anyway, it's to, you know, make them more visible for you. All right. So due to this situation, the context. Do you understand what put up means, or have you heard it before? And either of you can answer.
Yes, I do.
You do know what it means?
Yeah, I do.
What does it mean?
It means like you have to be patient about your co-worker that make your life not happy.
All right, so that's good. Ken, have you heard of this expression before?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, to endure.
Okay, I was just about to ask, what are other things that you can talk about, like synonyms? So endure, sure, is one. What are some other ones?
Other one, put up with, endure, tolerate.
Tolerate is a very good word. All right, I would also say, actually, I'll wait. Elle, do you have any other words that we could use?
Okay, how about
if not, don't worry, I have some more examples. Okay, so I would say having to deal with. Deal with is a very common expression that we use to deal with, to put up with. That's kind of it. But the idea is that we understand. So this was probably the easiest one. The other ones are more interesting. Okay. So what we'll do is, this is what I have as to put up means to deal with, basically. Okay. So now on to the next part. Ken, I'll have you read this next part. Here you go.
Have you had to put a shock in it while at work? Don't worry about that. Today you are learning how to put up with types of situations. So hang in there and try not to worry too much. Beating around the bush won't help you with this issue either.
All right, so this is the real part of the class. So we have put a sock in it, hang in there, and beating around the bush. And Ken, I know you know what this one means, but just wait, we'll get there, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, how long have you lived in the United States now?
I think it would be 10 years. I came here 2007 December.
Okay.
10 years? Right, 10 years.
10 or 11? Okay, that sounds good. And hello, Pitchum. I'd like to say hello to you. So Pitchum, just to keep you updated on what we're doing today, we're doing a class about, working with people you don't like that much. But we're also focusing on idioms, okay? So this is a paragraph that Ken just read. And so now we're going to talk about what these idioms possibly mean and then what it really means, okay? So, put a sock in it. Have we heard of this expression? Al, I asked you how long you lived in the United States because you're probably you're more likely to hear of these than anyone else in this class today, apart from me, obviously.
No, I mean, to be honest, I never heard about this one before.
Perfect. I love that. So if we had to guess, if you had to say something, what do you think it might mean? And you don't have to answer Al at this moment, but
Okay.
anyone, and either of you, okay? I should say any of you. Put a sock in it.
Maybe, I don't know, maybe how can I say? Too much involvement. No.
Not exactly. Let's go. Let's think of something else. Al, do you have any idea of what it could mean?
Put a sock into it. No, I put a sock into it. Is it like a... Oh.
Any ideas at all what it could mean?
Put a sock in it. I try to think.
That's okay.
Sock in it.
Don't overthink today. Don't worry. We have a lot of thinking to do, so don't worry. Pitchum, are you able to hear me right now? Oh, no, I didn't think so. I didn't hear him before. So put a sock in it. So literally, if you put a sock in something, that space is going to be more full than it was before, okay? So for example, they're kind of saying put a sock in your mouth so you can't talk very well, right?
You can, yeah.
Now I hope
impossible.
Now I imagine in my head that these are two socks that are clean, folded into your mouth. Okay, that's what I can imagine. So stocking is the same idea. That actually, let me just go down and we can see this. Put a sock in it is to keep your mouth shut or not say anything. Okay. So basically, be quiet. So if we have to rephrase this, have you ever had to be quiet while at work or not be able to say anything? Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know that you have to put a sock in someone's mouth.
Well, I mean, it's just the expression, okay?
Yeah.
This is the idiom that it doesn't need to necessarily make sense. But if you think of it in a logical way, put a sock in your mouth or put socks in your mouth, plural.
Oh, okay.
You can't really talk, so you have to be quiet, or you can't do anything.
Talk.
So it says, don't worry about that. Today you're learning how to put up, and I use put up again on purpose, put up with these types of situations or deal with these types of situations. So hang in there and try not to worry too much. So hang in there.
I know.
What is it? Idioms are you don't?
I heard a lot, but I'm not sure I can explain the right way. It's
That's
like
okay.
When I have a difficult situation, and then my husband said, okay, hang in there, because sometimes I worry too much and then try to fix things. And my husband said, okay, hang in there, like stay still, like you don't do anything right now, just wait.
Exactly. That's a great situation. The explanation was wonderful. Ken, do you have anything to add?
Maybe the synonym of this hangout. No. Hold on.
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You could easily say that. That's fine. So yeah, hang in there. We'll go down just to double check. Hang in there is to keep calm and don't give up. All right. Just in this case, we also could say wait it out. Wait out the situation. Okay. And just kind of, be calm, be patient, just wait and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then it says beating around the bush won't help you with this issue either. So Ken, I know you know what this means, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's wait on your explanation. Elle, do you know what this means? Have you heard this expression?
Yeah, I heard it so often. Yeah.
Okay, so Ken, why don't you tell us what it is again?
Kind of talking things indirectly.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's fine. I would also say to ignore the problem.
Oh.
Beating around the bush is not so
Really?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, kind of. I mean,
Kind of. Okay.
Beat around the bush.
Maybe it could be a communication style difference. Because
Right.
sometimes Japanese do this beat around the bush, and sometimes American cannot understand that.
Well, beating around the bush is to not go, for example, through the bush. That tree-like plant. It's to go around. And so you're not going directly to the problem or to the situation, but you're kind of ignoring the situation for a little bit. Beat around the bush is, for example, I was talking to my mom about this situation. She was beating around the bush and she wasn't telling me the information I wanted to know. She kept changing topics, for example.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
so maybe not to ignore. Maybe ignore is a bit strong for this situation, but to avoid.
To avoid, yeah. To avoid.
Yeah, actually, that sounds better. To avoid the problem. Let's go ahead and change that. Avoid. All right, that's better. Perfect. All right, next paragraph. L.
Okay.
All right, here you go.
Okay. You could just give someone a cold shoulder, but that won't solve all your problems. You have to give it your to make the situation better. Don't forget to cut them some slack too. We're all humans, and we each have our own personality and ways of doing things.
Okay, so thank you. Pitram, are you able to speak?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good. No, it's working now. That's great. I didn't mean to ignore you. Okay, so we have some expressions here that we're just talking about. So, give someone a cold shoulder. Do you have any idea what that could mean?
Cold shoulder. I think to support someone. Maybe.
Okay. Maybe, but I don't think so in this case. Either L or Ken. Idioms are, like I said, they're hit or miss. We say hit or miss is you get it or you don't. Okay.
I think a cold shoulder is supposed to be negative meaning, right? Cold shoulder.
Okay, could be negative.
Give someone a cold shoulder, like sometimes when I think this one is supposed to be opposite with this one, like if I sad and then my husband gives me a shoulder to cry, that is the positive. But it's a cold shoulder, it should be you don't give someone support. You don't support.
I like that explanation. And also, yes, the expression you use is to give someone a shoulder to cry on. Yes, if someone's sad, you say, hey, take my shoulder, cry on my shoulder. That's okay. Mm-hmm. Tell me all of your problems. Okay? So that's good. Ken, do you have any input for us? Any opinion about this?
Maybe ignore. To ignore.
Okay. Have you heard this expression before?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't look, sorry. Okay, so give someone the cold shoulder is to ignore them. So if you are at the office and someone's, hey, how's it going? You give them the cold shoulder by not responding and continuing to walk past them. Okay?
Okay.
Good. All right, so giving someone the cold shoulder won't solve your problems either, because obviously if you can't communicate, communication solves problems. If you don't communicate, obviously you're not going to solve that problem, okay? So it says, you'll have to give it your all to make the situation better. So give it your all. What does that mean?
You have to give it your all to make it. Maybe to make an effort, fully effort for solving the problem.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that. Any other?
I think the maximum energy that you can apply here, the maximum that you can perform here.
Okay, good. Elle, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, maybe try your best. Try.
Do your best. Yeah, I like that one. Do your best.
Do your best.
Give it your all. Do everything you possibly can
Try your best
to make the situation better. Okay. And then it says, don't forget to cut them some slack too. What is this? Cut them some slack. Any ideas?
Like,
Nobody.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
Go ahead, sorry.
No, Ken, go ahead, please. Sorry. I didn't know. I just want to say something. Sorry.
No, nobody's perfect, so maybe.
I think to relax maybe here.
Okay, that's fine. And Elle, what did you want to say?
Give them some space.
Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so I like that explanation. Now, what the okay, the word slack is quite difficult, not very common. So for example, okay, we have a rope. Okay, this is going to be a figurative. Imagine in your head that me and you, whoever you are, have a rope. Okay, and we're both holding onto the rope very tightly. Now, if I give you some more rope, it's not tight anymore. That extra rope is called slack. It's extra. Okay, so as Elle said, you're giving them some space, you're giving them some room, you're lenient. Okay, you're sure, maybe even a little relaxed, as Pitcham said, a little relaxed. You're being more patient with them. Does my rope situation help, or was that just not good? Because then I won't use it again. So that's basically what it means. The word slack is just some extra something. Give them some slack. It's just relax. Don't worry about them. Just kind of, all right, yeah. You know, if they're talking to you a lot or something. And as it says, don't forget to cut them some slack too. We're all humans and we all have our own personality and way of doing things. Okay? So just because you think someone's doing something incorrectly doesn't mean they really are. It just means that they have their own way of doing it. Right. Oof. Okay. Challenging today, right? This is good.
Yeah, it's good.
All right. So don't be so critical or judgmental is another way to say that. Okay. So we have.
Okay. Yeah.
That's why I wanted to have these explanations.
I heard a lot.
Okay. Don't be so critical about what they're doing in that moment. Don't judge
People
them.
like to do this.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the next time someone says, you're doing it wrong, all you have to do is say, hey, cut me some slack.
Okay.
And then they'll be quiet because they either don't know what it means or they're actually giving you some slack. Okay. So, all right, this next paragraph is going to be for Pitcham. Of course, it's small, but that's okay. Pitcham, would you like to read this for us?
Yes. You might have to just bite the bullet and tell them what's on your mind. Sometimes better late than never is the key to solving any type of ongoing situation.
Okay, so my first question here is ongoing. What could be a synonym for ongoing?
Ongoing situation. Moving.
Moving
forward. Moving forward.
Okay, that's good. Any other suggestions?
Yeah, the situation goes on.
Goes on. Yeah, exactly. Goes on. That's ongoing. Or continue. It's a continual situation. All right. So it's going to continue. It's continuing now.
Oh, any types of ongoing.
It's a really good adjective.
Any
types of go on. It's ongoing. Right?
Situation. Oh, it's ongoing. Ongoing situation is the situation.
Exactly. Exactly. So good. All right. So let's look at these idioms here. Bite the bullet. Bite the bullet. Don't literally do this, okay? Don't bite a bullet. That's a bullet, okay? The bullet. This is a different phrase. Okay. So, have we heard this before? Any ideas?
Maybe you need
to start possibly, yes, with confidence. To start with confidence, telling someone.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, well, that's interesting. Ken, were you saying something?
Tell them what's on your mind. Bite the bullet. At first, I thought it kind of you need to be strategical to the way of talking, but tell them what's on your mind sounds like maybe say say the things on your mind.
Okay, yep, to give your opinion, yes. All right. Any other suggestions before we find out the real answer?
You might have to just bite the bullet and tell them what's on your mind. You might have to.
A little bit more difficult than expected. That's okay. Let's take a look at what the answer is. Do something you might not want to. Okay, so for example, to bite the bullet is, of course, a bullet. If you think about some of these logically, some of them make sense. I mean, to bite a bullet explodes, right? It blows up, and that's dangerous. And so in order to bite that, you don't really want to, I'm sure, or at least most people wouldn't. So in order to bite the bullet, you're like, okay, no, this is absolutely wrong. I have to tell them what's, the right way to do something, or I have to tell them, maybe I don't like their attitude. Maybe I don't want them to talk to me anymore because they make me angry or something. So it's kind of confronting the person a little bit. And as Pitching said, you need a little bit of confidence to do this. And so you need that courage, that strength to say no, or just tell them, what's the right way to do something or not.
It's like you're not comfortable to do that, but you have to do it.
Exactly. Sometimes you could even think of it as risky. For example, if you're going to do an extreme sport like skydiving, you can say, oh, I'm going to bite the bullet. I'm going skydiving on Saturday.
I have to fight. Okay.
So it's not always something you might not want to do, but something that could be risky, dangerous, or have a negative outcome or situation. All right, so lots of emotions here. We can use this in a lot of different situations. That's why I like these idioms as well today. All right, so good. So that's bite the bullet. And then it says, sometimes better late than never is the key to solving any type of ongoing situation. So better late than never.
Yeah.
What does this one mean?
You have to do it now, not later.
All right, so this one's kind of, logical here. Any other suggestions or comments?
Yeah, maybe a bit later than if, do it now. Not later. Maybe it's more.
It's already late.
Whatever you've done, never yet.
Okay, so better late than never. It's best to say or do something. Than to never say it at all. So you say, nope, it's now or never. If I don't say it now, I won't say it. So it's better to do it now than when it's when the situation's too late. For example, if people get married, and they have, well, I'm sorry, in the Catholic Church, when the priest or someone would say, does anyone have any rejections? It's for now or forever hold your peace. Or what's the word? Then forever hold. I can't think of the exact phrase right now. But it's like, basically, do it now or never do it. So it's kind of better late than never. It's best to do it now than to wait. Okay. All right. So picture that. Let's go back to Ken. I'm going out of order now. I don't think I have an order anymore. But Ken, could you read this next little part, please?
If you can't wrap your head around the person's thoughts or ideas, you might feel like calling it a day. Sometimes this is normal. Everyone gets frustrated.
All right. So wrap your head around and call it a day. So wrap your head around. What could this mean?
Maybe agree with disagreeing.
Not the exact words I would use, but I like the idea.
Okay.
Good try, Ken, but no.
Brainstorm?
Nope, not that either. Good idea, thank you. These are all very difficult. You know, it's really challenging, and because I know all of these, this is fun for me. Okay, so
you know what? I heard a lot this one. I thought I understand it, but when I try to explain.
Well, yeah, let's talk about that. Idioms are difficult to explain. And as we've seen, some of these idioms do make sense if you think of it a little bit differently, okay? But wrap your head around, if you think about it literally, it's kind of strange. Because we wrap presents or gifts for Christmas or birthdays or holidays, but you don't ever wrap your head around something. So, Pitchum, I'm going to ask you, do you have any suggestions on what this could mean? All right. Well, I'm not hearing.
How about this? Sorry.
No, go ahead. I heard the light bulb go on. Okay, tell me.
Getting information, getting the idea, get from other people.
All right. So I like that. That's very good. To wrap your head around something is to understand.
Oh.
Okay, so if you think about this, okay, so there's two people, all right?
Okay.
One person is saying something, their idea, and the other person is like, what? I don't understand you. And if you think about their head literally wrapping around the other person's head, you can kind of get the ideas, you know? It's a very strange idiom. But to wrap your head around is, if you can't understand, if you don't understand what the other person's ideas or thoughts are, okay? So you can't understand the person, basically, is what this is saying. All right? All right, so this next one is...
Okay.
Good. So good. You mean, in the end, you got that. That's good. Okay, so this next one is the person says that you might feel like calling it a day.
It's like a cancel.
Ooh. All right, stop there. Don't say anything else. Other suggestions?
Stop or ending.
All right, so we heard this before.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so call it a day. Yeah, it's quit or stop doing something.
Yeah.
So even if you don't understand the person, you're like, you don't make any sense. I'm calling it a day. I'm leaving. I'm out of here.
Calling a day.
All right.
Can be used positively. Let's call it a day.
Sure. At the end of a meeting, you're like, you know what? We've worked really hard today. Let's call it a day. We'll start back tomorrow. So it's not negative or anything. It's just, I've used it in a negative way.
Okay.
That was a really good question. Okay. All right. So Ella, I'm going to have you read this next part here. That's a long one. All right.
You might even say that's the last straw and get bent out of shape because of something a coworker does. Also, some coworkers seem to just add insult to injury without even trying. However, look at the bright side of things. Every cloud has a silver lining. Maybe this situation is preparing you for the future.
Okay. So we have 5 different idioms in this paragraph. Not even paragraph, it's 3 sentences.
Yeah.
So this is great. All right, let's just get started. What is that's the last straw?
Like you might even say that's the last straw. Okay. Like enough is enough.
Oh, okay. Have you heard this before?
Yeah, I heard it, but I'm not sure I can explain the.
That's okay. Let's get some other opinions here. Ken or Pitchum, any ideas?
Maybe it means the last chance or last idea or something.
Okay, that's pretty good as well. Pitchum, do you have any opinions for us?
I think the same last chance.
Okay, good. So I'm just going to move down here so I don't show you all of these. So that's the last straw is when you don't have any more patience. Like, that's it. I'm done. You know? And I can't deal with this anymore.
That's it.
All right. For example. All right. So the next one we have here is to get bent out of shape. To get bent out of shape.
I don't know. This one never heard about this.
Any ideas?
Get bent about shape. Get bent about shape. Flexible?
No. Not in this case. Bent means flexible, but not in this case.
Yeah, not in this case.
Good thought. Good idea.
I think to do the same as the others are doing.
I like your. Okay, no, not really. I like these ideas. Keep them coming. Ken, do you have anything for us?
Get bent up out of. Is it negative or positive?
Oh, now you're asking for hints. This is negative.
Negative. Maybe in that case, maybe how can I say? Maybe I quit or such kind of thing.
All right. Well, let's find out. I like all of the guesses. We're all doing great. Is to get upset, or to be upset, or to get upset. For example, for example, a child breaks a lamp. Okay, and the child might say to the parent, well, not really, but potentially, don't get bent out of shape. We can buy another one. Don't get upset. It's not the end of the world. Okay.
This one never heard about it. It's mean get upset, right?
Exactly. To be or get upset. Don't get upset. Don't be upset about the situation. Okay. So basically, this says you might even be really frustrated and upset because of something a coworker does. Okay. All right. I like this. Okay. Let's see. Next here is add insult to injury.
Who's next?
Who wants to try first?
I think it means, maybe how can I say? We hear the similar to put the salt into the injury part. Maybe cause more pain, add more pain or more insult.
Okay.
I'm even trying. Add insult to injury.
I think it is like the same, just like add salt on wound.
Okay. Now,
injury.
Right.
Some coworkers as okay, like some without some coworker like they don't want to try to do a thing, but make the situation getting worse.
Okay. Yes. All right, so let's go down here and make a bad situation worse. Okay. So going back up and looking at it in the context, also some coworkers might seem to just make the situation worse without even trying. Okay.
Okay.
Does that make sense? What do you think about that? Is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah,
Here, look at
because
the
they said
right side.
without even trying, and then
Right, they don't want to make the situation worse, but they just did. If you're already frustrated with one person and then someone else does something, I said, come on, okay, you're adding insult to injury here. Stop it. Okay. All right. Okay, so the next one.
Are we here? Look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Look at the bright side. That's the next one here.
Yes, it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah, this is easy. Yeah.
Well, I had to put some easy ones in there.
Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah. Sometimes I think this one easy, but I get it wrong.
Okay, well, let's see. Who wants to answer this first? Pitchum, do you want to?
Yes.
Okay.
If any person has bad and positive and negative, you look at the bright side of the person. What he has done.
Okay. Get any other things that we want to say about this?
Look at the positive side of the things.
Yeah.
Positive side.
Exactly. Look at the positive side. Okay, that's fine. What about every cloud has a silver lining?
Every cloud has a silver lining. Every problem has the you can fix every problem has you have to see the good in every situation.
Okay, sure. That's fine. Any other suggestions for this idiom?
Maybe the kind of things can change positively or negatively. So maybe such things. Things has a flip side of coin, kind of positive and but even the negative things happens. Sometimes positive things will happen because of that.
All right, that's really kind of the key one here. So, add into every good things come after something bad or negative happens. Okay. Questions? Did I miss one here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the bright side one. Yeah, we all know that anyway. That's fine. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on here. Okay. Pitchum, could you please read these for us?
Me?
Yes.
Okay. There are times you'll have to give someone the benefit of the doubt too. You aren't perfect either, so remember that as well. We all have to get our act together and focus on the important things at work, our goals for the company.
All right. So, give someone the benefit of the doubt. What is that? Any ideas out there? Hello.
Yes, later. Thinking.
That's okay. Take your time.
If you don't know, like in the justice system, if you can get evidence, you should let him go.
Maybe. Okay, I can see where that situation would come in. Because of the time, I'm just going to go ahead and share the answer with you all. Okay, so give someone the benefit of the doubt is to admit that you're not always right. Okay. Again, maybe someone's doing something differently than you would, but in the end, the result is the same. It's good. It's correct. And so you think, all right, fine. They can do it however they want. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I was wrong. You know, I don't have to. You don't have to do it this way. Something like that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. And then what about get our act together?
To get our act together and focus on the environment.
Maybe to cooperate with.
Our groups.
Yes, maybe with each other.
Okay.
Okay. Our.
Elle, do you have any thing here?
Get our act. Like we have to be unite. Not
okay, well, everyone's coming up with the same thing. So get your act together is work harder or leave or quit. Okay. So we have to get our act together. We have to kind of focus on, okay, what's the most important thing here? You know, maybe it's work together. Maybe it's work individually. We all have to do our best. Okay. Get our act together. Focus on the most important things at work. It's literally just kind of a synonym to focus on the most important things at work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get your act together. For example, maybe you lost your job, you're not working, you stay at home all day, you don't have a regular schedule anymore, you sleep all day, you're up at night. Come on, get your act together. You know what to do. Focus on a good life, you know, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock in the morning. Do something that's normal. Focus on a different part, the correct way of doing something, maybe. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's see. Ken, could you read this, please?
Okay. So before you do something at the drop of a hat, you must think reasonably. Don't count your chicken before they hatch, as this coworker might surprise you, for the better. Also take into consideration your boss. Maybe your boss has bigger fish to fry than this situation. We all have to live and learn, which isn't always easy.
All right, so lots of idioms here. So do something at the drop of a hat.
Give up.
No.
No.
At the drop of a hat, you must think reasonable. Okay, maybe you before you make decision.
Okay. I like that. It has a more immediate effect. Immediately.
We've read it already, yes, on the same here.
Do something.
Yeah, so do something. So if you think about it, when a hat drops, it drops immediately, very quickly.
Okay.
So when you drop a hat, it's immediate. It happens in the moment, okay? So before you do something immediately, basically without thinking, you must think reasonably, okay? So don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Don't under-evaluate.
Oh, that's a really nice explanation. Okay, any other suggestions?
Don't count your chicken before they... Don't jump into the gun.
Don't jump the gun. All right. Another idiom. Let's use idiom.
Yeah, don't jump the gun. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's actually a really good explanation. So don't think everything is going to be perfect. Okay, or the way. No, that's the next one. Okay. Not everything is going to go the way you think. Okay, so don't have high expectations. Don't jump the gun. Don't think, for example, if there's a bad situation at work and another person adds to the conversation, like, oh God, they're just going to make things worse. Don't think that, because you don't know that. Maybe that person is going to come up with an amazing solution to the problem. Okay? So don't try and predict things or have expectations because it might not be true. Okay? So maybe your boss has bigger fish to fry. What could that mean?
Bigger fish to fry than situation we will have to live and this isn't always. Maybe both have if they have his own idea, his own thought.
Okay, you're kind of in the right direction. Any other suggestions, guys?
I think someone need to focus on before it was more convincing.
Ken?
Be having a bird eyes.
I'm sorry, what?
Bird eyes. Having bird eyes.
Having bird eyes.
To overview the situation.
Okay, kind of. I like the examples here. To have bigger fish to fry means to have more important things to worry about. Okay, so your boss might not worry about little situations at work. Maybe you don't like someone. The boss doesn't care. The boss is worried about the work, what you're focusing on, being successful, etc. Okay, and so your boss has bigger things to do, fish to fry. Okay. It's kind of like in a situation where people, the fishermen go out and get fish. Well, people want to buy the bigger fish because they look better, they weigh more, so they cost more. Okay, so maybe it kind of comes from that. Now, this last one is live and learn.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
We are living for learning.
Yeah, let's take it.
Basically, let's just get in here. Learn from your mistakes. We live and we learn from
to
the
learn
mistakes.
from our own experience.
Exactly. And this last part, I can't remember who read the last one.
I think I did.
Well, let's have Pitchum read this because he's read less this time. So Pitchum, could you read this?
Maybe. Oh. There's a method to his or the co-workers' madness, which you just don't quite understand. So again, don't burn bridges quite yet. Take it one day at a time and see what happens as it's not over until the fat lady sings.
Okay, so a lot of idioms in this little small paragraph here. So there's a method to his or her madness. Any ideas?
There's a reason.
All right, I like that. Yeah, basically there is a reason, and we'll just the person might seem crazy, but really knows what he or she is doing. So you might think this person's crazy, but they really do have a good reason behind this situation. Okay. Don't burn bridges. Burn bridges. Any idea?
Don't ruin your occupation, your job, your.
Almost. It's 50% of that. It's actually to cut off or ruin a relationship.
Oh.
So don't burn bridges is don't burn, don't eliminate that relationship quite yet because it could get better in the future. So when we say take it one day at a time, literally, little by little, see how it goes, how the relationship develops over the next couple days, weeks, months, years, okay? So little by little is what this means. And this last phrase here is quite interesting. It's not over until the fat lady sings. What does that mean?
Maybe you need to take some time more to injure. I can say maybe
I think go one more step.
Don't hurry. and maybe calm down or something like that.
All right, let's just take a look at this. It isn't over just yet. Okay, I think this comes from the opera. You know, maybe at the very end, a bigger lady sings, and so it's not over just yet.
Okay, opera.
Until she's done.
Okay, I think I got it. Yes.
Okay, so yeah, lots of good expressions today, and that's basically it. That's the end. So good luck I have here at the end to you know, deal with your coworkers. All right. Well, that's it. All right. Yeah. So what did you think of that today?
It's good.
Yeah, very informative.
Yeah.
I thought it was a good kind of twist on the situation, because the base of the situation is trying to give you advice on how to work with people. I did that, but also at the same time we got to like work with the idioms, which is also extremely important. Okay. So yeah, I had a great time. That was awesome. I love these because it's really interesting to see from your perspective, the non-native speakers, of what these words you think they mean, or the phrases, what they mean, what they don't mean, or you know, if you've heard them before. So very good. Okay, so for next week on Monday, we're doing grammar doubts. So I want you, Monday, 2 hours before today's class. Okay. So it's pretty early for you, but if you want to come, there's doubts, questions you have. And I actually posted on Facebook, I think yesterday, maybe, that I want, if possible, if you could write on Facebook in general or on that one post, things you want me to talk about, because that way I can at least have it prepared. If not, that's fine. I don't mind doing things at the drop of a hat. But yeah, I want to focus on questions you have, and don't think there's anything stupid about words, because there's not. Anything that could be difficult for you might be difficult for someone else. Okay? Then on Wednesday next week, we're going to talk about the word get. So we're going to look at collocations with the verb get, which there are tons of these. All right? So that is it. How great. Wrap the head by hands.
It's no worries. I just made a mistake.
Oh, that was a while ago. Okay, sorry. All right, good. Okay, because I just saw that I wasn't looking there before. So,
how about? Can I ask something?
Yeah.
If somebody tell you about take it or leave it. Yeah.
Are you coming to class on Monday?
Yeah. On Monday?
All right. Yeah, Monday.
Okay. I think
Monday, but 2 hours before today's class. So you do have to be careful with the time. All right. You might have to get up early, have your coffee, breakfast, etc. Okay.
Schedule the link I posted on the chat.
Yeah. No, I see that too. I see that. So thanks. Well, very good. Well, thanks everyone for joining. That was awesome. Thank you for the class. And hopefully we'll see you on Monday. Okay.
Sure.
All right. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Bye, everyone.